Buddy, Blake Scholar of Magic here, and I got a start for you guys. The true passion. You know, when a true passion comes to your mind, you're like, what makes a card tick? And I like the swords in Gruul. I love them so much. Just like any of the swords are just fantastic. And I have some nice ones here. We're going to go to the 3 spot. We're just going to skip right to the good stuff here. And, Andrew's pretty cool too, actually. But yeah, let's get kind of busy here. I guess I have to type in sword, right? Sword. Ooh, I got 3 swords here, actually. Sword of Fire and Ice, Sword of Forge and Frontier, Sword of Once and Future. And this has to do with instants and sorceries, so we might circle around back to that. Let's keep it in mind. There's also the Sword of Wealth and Power. I don't have that available, but that one's also pretty cool. It's like a doubling effect for our instants and sorceries as well. So that might be a cool one as well. But yeah, let's just kind of slot it in right now. So what makes these things tick? Well, they do really well with the combat damage. That's for certain. So, for instance, the Sword of Fire and Ice, whenever you deal combat damage, you get to do 2 damage to any target, and then you get to draw a card. And also your creature gets +2/+2 in protection from red and blue, which is pretty sweet. Additionally, the Sword of Forge and Frontier gives you protection from red and green. And when you deal combat damage, you get to exile the top 2 cards of your library. And you may play those till the end of turn. You may play an additional land for turn as well. So that's pretty cool. And they all are very consistent, like 3 colorless, equipped 2, so they can be played in any color deck. Typically, played in more like Voltron commanders or, commanders that care about artifacts. Definitely MERIA is that one where she cares about artifacts and can be kind of Voltron too. So, yeah, we like it a lot. When we want to work with these, we definitely want double strike to some sort of extent, right? So that's kind of what we want, is we want to be able to deal that double strike damage, of course. So let's take off these criterias here and check out, see what kind of stuff we're working with. Let's see what the talent does here. When Black Mist Talent enters, create a colorless equipment artifact token named Sword. With the equipped creature gets 1/1 and equip 2. Level 2, at the beginning of combat in your turn, attach target equipment you control up to 1 target creature. That's pretty cool. Level 3, during your turn, equip creatures you control have... Oh yeah, that's pretty hot stuff. Yeah, it's so hard to find an effect that gives your other stuff double strike, like a global double strike. So giving all our equipped stuff double strike seems really good for us. And also that kind of free equip seems pretty interesting as well. Let's see, Chandra's Pyroling. Interesting. Non-combat damage will be activated. Okay. It's like a combat trick here. Interesting. Lizard Blades is like the penultimate card for us because it not only is an artifact, it has double strike. And the thing that's great about Lizard Blades is that it could take on a sword, for instance, and it still can I think what is the major thing that holds Maria back with the swords? It's once you have she gets usually pro red or pro green. Typically it's just good to put the Xenagos, for instance, is kind of like that. But I guess once you put it's Lizard Blade just has double strike de facto. There's some cards, for instance, let me just illustrate this line of thought that I have. So let's put Lizard's Blade in. But for instance, it's right here, that 3-drop. For instance, a Swashbuckler Extraordinaire. That one's really interesting with the swords because you want double strike, but once you give your creatures protection from red, then you wouldn't be able to utilize this. You wouldn't be able to target MERIA if she had like a Sword of Fortune Frontier, because she has protection from anything in that color combination. So even your own stuff, you wouldn't be able to, like, for instance, target it with a Swashbuckler Extraordinaire, which is kind of a non-bow. So, like, for instance, if we put Lizard Blades on a MERIA, then we can't, like, attach a sword for that double strike, because Lizard Blades would just fall off. So, but Lizard Blades can accept a sword, so of course that's a way to get around that. What is this mana found? Mana. This is it gives Mouses double strike, right? I know Mouses are good now too. Like, especially some of the Mouses are just not slouches, but this is kind of a one of in 100 card deck. How about the Marauder? That has double strike. How interesting. Gives you a little gas too. Orc or Goblin, huh? Oh, interesting. Let's see if I'm missing any other goodies here. You have to be careful once again about, like, using combat tricks, because the swords, like this Sword of Fire and Ice, they will not let you use the combat tricks once it's attached. So you have to be kind of careful. Usually you're just looking for creatures that have the double strike text, right? And you'll see this is the exhaustive list of double strike things in this format, so it's not the greatest. But it is something to kind of play around, right, and try to investigate. So we're not too interested in these. So this one just has double strike in general. Picnic Ruiner. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's get a Picnic Ruiner in there. You know, I try to stay away from the alchemy cards a little bit, just because they're not real and I can't, like, move them over, so it's just kind of hard to kind of slot them in. I don't have this card anyways, but I do have a Picnic Ruiner, so we'll be circling back. Scourge Wolf, interesting. City's Blessing, double strike. Teamer Battle Rage. Yeah, so not the most. We'll definitely be picking up that Phyrexian Dragon Engine. And I'd like to try to stick away from the Criteria double strike as well. We might be going like combat damage stuff, so we might stick around with a Swashbuckler. We'll see. Wow, the Ifrit Plane Planner has it, huh? Interesting. So I am kind of low on wild cards. I mean, these are like more from older sets. I think there has been, like, definitely power creep. So some of these older cards, some of them are gems, but I mean, a 2/2 for 4 is just kind of brutal, right? For Fury, huh? That's an interesting one. It's kind of a good one, huh? Fury. Don't have that wild card for it, though. Just the fact that you can pitch this, right? It definitely puts some work, and really good work, in some other very niche decks that blink and such, or have rebirth effects. See, Embercleave, the thing about Embercleave, of course, a phenomenal card, but once you have a sword attached, like, you can't attach an Embercleave to it as well. I mean, it'll just fall off. But, we might consider this because, like I said, we might just play things that benefit from doing combat damage. So, Embercleave and probably the that dragon will also make the cut. Okay, we're coming into some artifacts here. It's a pretty cool card. Samut. Interesting. Eater of Virtue, huh? Yeah, let's try that one out. Okay, I think I'm ready to go through now. Marauder, I don't know. Don't know if we have any goblins to like pump it up. This seems pretty cool. The Picnic Ruiner. And the Fire-Exing Dragon Engine. Probably the Swashbuckler Extraordinaire. And Embercleave. Eater of Virtue so far. And that's it. Brass knuckles, huh? Copy's a token, kind of sad. But it is a colorless thing that grants double strike, so that's pretty stuff. That's pretty hot stuff. This is like a 2 or less, right? I don't think we'll get there with this one. We'll see. Yeah, that's it. So you can see not the most amount of double strike stuff, right? So I think we're looking for combat damage now. I'm just going to pick all these ones up here. It's pretty easy. Just get these like 1 mana equipments that deal damage. Once you do damage, you get to make a treasure. I'm going to stay away. Probably, this is an additional combat steps, right? Try it. Sticky fingers. That's pretty sweet. How about the artist talent? Hope everybody's doing good today. The fires are pretty brutal near Big Bear, California, so they're trickling into Las Vegas, and it's just a plume. It's like the kids had to stay inside today. We couldn't go out it was inclement weather. It's just a disaster here. Complete, utter nonsense outside right now. So air quality is really poor, but yeah, that's what's happening here. Oh, Facebreaker will probably get a lot of treasure, so Facebreaker is pretty good. O'Hare Okuno. Rampaging Raptor. Sulfim. This is probably one of the more fun parts I do. I get to like look at these new cards and kind of read through cards I'm not too familiar with, you know. Honestly, like just this Phyrexian Dragon Engine and these Lizard Blades are like MVPs in this deck. Like, so, I mean, we're gonna have to find ways to get to them and kind of get them either through the graveyard or, you know, through a Goblin Engineer. We'll have to find them for sure. These are some good. I'm seeing some good combat damage stuff here. Just wanted to read through this uncommon. You know, not too familiar with it. Okay. This is non-combat damage. We're looking more for combat damage specifically, like this guy here. This guy here. Each player, huh? Tally is just a good card. Trash the town. It's pretty gas. Gas with double strike for sure. But that again, like the protection from red and green. It's going to be a non-bow with this, but better for the fire and ice. So we'll try it. It might be a little, at times, maybe not the best. We might want to like scale up our creatures too, so we might play like +1/+1 counters as well. I've always kind of wanted to like try to do that with MERIA. I feel like she's got potential for piloting like a +1/+1 deck. Is this any time it deals it? Kappa Tech Wrecker. Oh, when you remove the counter. Very well. It's like a one-time thing. Don't know if we're going to do anything with proliferating. But we might with the +1/+1 counters, so it's kind of an angle, huh? Interesting. Yeah, Kodama's very good here, of course. The equipments. I mean, the deck could probably just kind of play itself. I just need to like kind of click on some creatures now. It just kind of seems like I see kind of like a base here already. So how about the Doomscar Warrior? Does the backup thing. You get gas. It also gives trample too, huh? Till end of turn. Okay. Okay, we'll think about that one. This is a little pricey. It's a pretty cool card, Oakham Adversary. The Springleaf Avenger. It's a big dude, huh? This guy's so tough to play. It's just like such a bomb when it connects, though. It really is. Such a major bomb. These are just major bombs here on the top. This one's pretty nasty too. You can play like a Garrick's Uprising for that guy. Okay, so now we're getting into like the utility artifacts here. Obviously, Lost Jite is a perfect like combat damage artifact, just benefits from all of the double strike. And then we can play Slicer too in EDH, so if I know of Slicer at least, so that'll be another nice upgrade for us. Well, Giriper is like probably just like a good solid combat, starting off with combat damage, a nice flyer here. Can sacrifice it later on. Prime Blade, of course, and we're moving now. Don't know this. It's like an alchemy card. Zephyr Boots is kind of interesting. Kind of a high equip cost, to be honest. Better in a multiplayer format for sure. Pick is very good. That's pretty nuts. Quite a spike. Woo, it's like a big hit, huh? Half their life total. Kind of a fun one to try. I like Stadium, but more for like tempo decks that kind of like lock people out or like really go wide. And Weatherlight, huh? It's a vehicle. It's true. Don't think this is looking too hot. We can add some like utility instances, but I do want to add some just kind of like decent artifacts here for us because we're playing some bigger stuff here on this end. Of course, the unearth cards are always very good for us. So we can just add those. How about Simeon? That'd be solid. Cityscape leveler. Let's check out the +1/+1. There was another treasure. Hold on. What's the treasure? Here it is, the diamond pickaxe, of course. Don't mind the gold hound either. It already comes with first strike and menace, so it gets in very well with these. It'll be very good with sticky. Well, sticky fingers gives it menace as well, so it's kind of redundant. But treasures. I mean, making lots of treasures, right? Zorn. Lots of treasures going on here. Let's do gold span. Let's go all the treasure stuff. Yeah, it seems like we're doing a lot of treasure things. Sure. Trash for treasure. Goldspan Dracosaur. Put a little bit of some interaction with the banditry. Ooh, I always like the gold vein hydra too. Alright, so this is a really key card for us because it could just basically fetch up like any of those swords and just put it into our graveyard, and then we can just bring it back. So that's nice. Of course, we love haste too. So like the Rhythm of the Wild effects are very good. Bull Mat is another one that's good. Just kind of get there in there. Rabbit Battery also gives haste. Dowsing Device. Just checking on Lelia there. Pretty much more excited about the Gruul cards for this and the artifacts, but I'm just kind of just perusing these to see if anything pops out to me. It's a pretty cool card, Arena of Glory. It gives haste. Just have to exert it for the turn. It's like mana neutral. Vorinclex is just another awesome card in general. Crater Hoof as a finisher. Could play like one Crater Hoof. I don't know if we need this one. But we could, because it's like combat damage, right? We'll pick up Xenagos too. Want Finale? Yeah. Finale's cool. Ruby. Ruby can kind of get in there, can't she, with the equipments? She can like ramp you in the beginning of the game and you can put like an equipment on her. Kind of get busy that way. Xenagos. Maybe Hold on Elena as a card. It's good for our buffing up our lower powered creatures. Minsk is nerfed, so there's Lava Spur, and I think we'll get the Swifties. And is there anything that really else we want? I guess we just get like a lightning bolt and just finish it up. So I was thinking of like some kind of +1/+1 synergy. This one's pretty cool with double strike stuff, but I might be able to do a little bit better. We'll see. Is there anything I really like with treasure, so to speak? I mean, you could even go really big and you get like a... What's it? The card that basically just goes face. Let's see, X. Crackle with Power. Yeah, Crackle with Power is pretty mega. But I do like this kind of low to the ground stuff. The Xenagos, of course, is very good. We have Xenagos. That's great. I mean, Roxanne, of course, and Chariot are just probably better fits. And we're not really doing any like too much enter the battlefield stuff. It's mostly like kind of pump up our low to the ground stuff. And we're pretty cool with 40 lands. 21. Yeah, about 40 here. Just have to add the channel lands. Channel. And looks like we already had Soken Zen in there. Turn Timber. Smashing. I like to put in a Spikefield Hazard too. And to sub for a mountain. I do like that. And then let's just get into our mana base here. And the man lands, of course. Kazul's Fury. Yeah, it's alright. Valakut. Garenbrig. Lair of Hydra. Shifting Woodland, that's fine. Bridgericks Battle, Balagad, Disciple, Commercial District, these are all very good. Tangled Florahedron, sure. Looks like we need a little bit of help here. A little bit of rampies. I don't think I'll add Signet, to be honest, because we just have so many low end acceleration. Gorge. Sure. Yeah, sure. Reveal a mountain or forest. Probably play a decent amount of basics. Carplucin, Rockfall, another Manland. Crag. Stomping Ground. Stomp, yes. Temple of Abandoned. Don't really want to run it, to be honest. Definitely want to run the Cavern and Command Tower. Maybe we could even add Snow to run a Faceless Haven. Be kind of cool. Inventor's Fair. Sure. Yeah, we'll try and nick those. Plaza, sure. Spire, yeah. And Mycosense, sure. Three Tree City? No, we won't require that. Treasure Vault. Ugin's Labyrinth. And that's pretty much it, huh, guys? Man, are we going to be able to run any basics after this? Appears to be. And let's see, red, green. Actually, yeah, that should be good. Yeah, we'll try this first. We'll see. I got my command tower. I think I got everything I needed. All right, let's hit it. Hey everybody, if you're joining me today, I hope you enjoyed this deck. This is one we just built right now. I'll put the timestamps, of course, and you can start from here. The idea was to build, actually this is just left over, the Sword of Fortune Frontier. So we actually have another card to add. We'll just add like, God, what is my favorite like 4-drop that maybe is missing from here? 4-drop artifact that MERIA really likes. Oh yes, the One Ring. Of course. That's a very good card. Alright, we'll start over. Okay. Hey everybody, this is Blake Scholar Magic, and this is our deck that we just built here. We are rolling with our swords today. Sword of Fire and Ice, Sword of Fortune Frontier. These are cards that really enjoy double strike. So we've included the double strikers that we found that are pretty decent among us. And particularly, they are artifacts, so MERIA can tap them for mana when she pleases to. Otherwise, we're going to be hooking up our Lizard Blades and our Phyrexian Dragon Engine. We're going to be putting these swords on them, Sword of Fire and Ice, which will give it a 2/2 buff, make it a little stronger, and then when it deals combat damage, we could do 2 damage to a target and draw a card, which is nice. And then additionally, with Sword of Fortune Frontier, we do the combat damage, we exile the top 2 cards of the library, and then we can play an additional land for turn as well. So, I mean, if you're putting on those additional lands, you're getting those extra cards, it's just all very good. We have lots of treasure synergy here. Lots of artifacts, about 4 of them here that will produce treasure upon combat damage. So we have some good attackers too. Some nice low to the ground attackers, for instance, like a Hope of Girapur, which is a flyer. It's a 1-costed flyer. So you can go ahead and put on an artifact such as like a diamond pickaxe on it. Or you could put a gold fine pick on it. And then all of a sudden it's weaponized in the air, and it's going to make you treasures. So that's kind of the gist of it. We have some treasure payoffs, for instance. So For instance, our Magda, if we have 5 or more treasures, we can sacrifice those treasures and find a dragon. So we got some pretty cool dragons that, also do some nice combat damage stuff, like Ancient Bronze Dragon, Balefire Dragon, and Ancient Copper Dragon. So those are pretty good. I think this Courtwards Crash, I was just looking at this one, like, do we have like a lot of things that give trample? And I feel like the ones that we do have so far are, we do have the Kodama, which will grant all our equipped creatures trample. But I was just seeing, is there anything else that like will kind of give us that payoff, for this particular card? And I'm not really seeing it yet. I mean, of course, this card will deal, trample damage, but nothing else will so far. So I might have to rack my brain around this for a moment. But yeah, I mean, the deck is basically just combat damage. Like, that's, obviously the best combat damage card is Morag, of course. I mean, or landfall and extra combats, right? So, of course, whenever a land you control enters, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase at the beginning of that combat. Tap all creatures you control. So that's some pretty big stuff. So the ones with for this card, you play the lands after your first combat, and then you derive the extra combats after that. You don't want to play the land prior to your first combat, because then you won't get the untaps, and you basically fizzle out those combats. So that's what we'd like to see. And let's just go ahead and run it through a game or two and see what happens. I also added the brass knuckles, which is an interesting one, because it will grant us double strike on a colorless artifact, so it'll still work with our swords, which is interesting. Oh man, Slimefoot, I'd absolutely hate playing against this commander. Oh man, it kind of blows. Attach target. So most of these things have it already. This is my turn 2 play. It's just a 1/1 trampler. Alright, we'll try to mulligan this one. Huh. It's kind of worse than the first. It's playable now. Pretty good to pick this up for like a mulligan game. It could Stone Rain me with the Balagat by taking the Balagat. Okay, Dousing Device is the play for them. Pretty brutal to pick up both of these lands with this card. Kind of a slap in the face, to be honest. What's kind of crazy is that I could discard my hand. I could but then I couldn't trash for treasure this. It's completely disastrous, right? So, I guess we just chill. Slimefoot Squee is like a really like. I mean, you can't really kill this thing once it's on the battlefield. It's just kind of. Gives a ton of value. I don't know if we can stick around, but I would like to try to like kind of empty this hand out as much as possible, and then you know, kind of refuel a little bit here. Ah, Fury. It's a terrible result. Everything kind of went bad on this game. Like, if my mana's good, there's really no reason I need to run like more dual lands. So if it's gonna come in have a chance to come in like tapped, it's like really no purpose for me to play it. So this card is just kind of garbage to me. And I mean, they can just resurrect Fury over and over again if they just put Slimefoot into the graveyard. You know, so I'm just taking like enormous amounts of damage here. Shadow Spear is also a cool card too, you know. So Shadow Spear is very cool. Well, this is a game. I still like running all the man lands. Like, I mean, I thought 39 lands was enough, but I might want to add this one more to kind of smooth it out a little bit, because we were getting like 2 landers in there, and I feel like we'd want to kind of smooth our draws out to an extent. So we're probably gonna have to just like find a quick cut here, and you know, I'm pretty satisfied with one finisher, like the one Crater Hoof. I think it's fine. So let's give this a go. Lots of tap lands still. Guess we'll try it. I don't hate Lizard Blades at all, really. I really don't hate that. Very spooky stuff, opponent. Very spooky. Um... Spooky stuff. Holding up some nice interaction against us, huh? Oh, they tap out. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, this is basically like a free card here, this this desk. I'm definitely reconsidering this bloated contaminator. That was in one of my other ideas that I had going on, so we'll have to go back to the deck to look at that. But basically I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Wonder if they'll trade here. I think we're pretty dead. This card doesn't really fit our deck at all. But we're trying, guys. We're trying. We're out here doing something. Opponent like can cast pretty much anything right now. Time warps, River's rebukes. It's all out there. This talent is pretty cool though. This double strike thing with the creatures that have double strike, you just have to equip an equipment to it. Seems pretty good. To my hand. Okay, looks like they're gonna slam in. No blocks. Huh? Hey, I got some damage in. Yay. Sweet. It's a pretty cool card, the Picnic Ruiner. Pretty badass. Pretty badass, man. So I'm thinking, yeah, probably Goldvein Hydra and Bloated Contaminator are kind of like off of another idea. So thanks for the shuffler for showing me kind of that. Oh, yes. I do have some cards in mind that will be better. I do like the wormlet. And I do love the let's see here. Oh, we have the mutt. That's fantastic. Wormlet, and then let me get rid of this contaminator for. I mean, who's a great? I mean, obviously the patchwork is pretty decent, right? Patchwork is pretty good. Good with equipments for sure, right? Yeah, very good. The ward built in. Let's go automaton. Aragorn, the son of Arathorn. You go first with no creatures. What a weird draw. Could do a little bit better, right, guys? God, what is this, huh? What is that? These lands are just ridiculous. The shuffler is like hating on my deck hard. Just give me like a simple draw. Thank you. Now I can produce all the colors with a spire. Birdie, birdie, birdie. This kind of feels like, I don't know. Take damage. Kind of a slowish start, to be honest, for our Aragorn friend. Vorinclex will turn this on, right? I think Vorinclex will be turned on. I think so. That's good. That's good for them, of course. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of damage, probably. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a lot of lifelink. Do I have to block? No, I don't. I don't have to block. I can't block. They're not attacking. I didn't have to block anyways. It's quite a lot of damage. So this is a double striking vorinclex. That's going to be lethal. Yeah. Yeah, that's just lethal, right? I think so. Oh, these are both treasures? Yes, can I do both? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Good game. All right, Aragorn. Yeah, that was sick. All right, let's do one more. And a really slow start there, kind of putting my Spire and my Inventor Sphere together is like so irregular, so like rare. So unfortunate. Just give me some basics, bro. Oh my god, Pock. Got the boots. Got the bolt for our friend here. Man, we just need to draw another land. We'll be really good, I promise. I promise. That wasn't the land we wanted to draw, unfortunately, guys. But with an untapped land, we can go Doors of Doran and hopefully get kind of lucky. Otherwise, we're going to be taking the turn off. We need pro red, pro green. That's going to be our guy. That's what we're doing this for, is our Sword of Fortune Frontier. I do not have red mana, unfortunately. And I don't think I could produce it anyways. Even if I, tap this for mana. I just equip this here, for instance. And see, it just doesn't have the abilities yet. I mean, do we really is it worth... God, that's so annoying. When they have double fetch, because they can just do it again next turn. It's so annoying, guys. This card is so unbelievably stupid. Okay, how I want to do this. You want to tap this for mana down first, it's like so. And now you go ahead and sacrifice it. Do the little exchange here. And then we can go ahead and get this down. Still be able to equip. Pro red, pro green, which is really nice. So they can't interact with it. We need to go so much bigger than this, so we need to really go for it, It's just a bow mat, they just get to block that. No biggie. No harm, no foul for them. I believe the games will go smoother for you, in a paper format. I don't know. Maybe just some of these choices are just kind of just a little greedy, I guess. Or maybe not fitting, not worth the fit. Just terrible hits. I mean, they don't have trample, that is true. That is an interesting choice. That is 8 cards. Sure. Emrakul. They're certainly putting lands onto the battlefield. Okay, a single crater hoof. Pretty dead, huh? Sucks. Ugh, what a toxic commander that is. I guess I just have to get rid of the Arena of Glory, supposedly. And I really believe in the doors, too. You know, we're not playing the most high density of, like, creatures. But we're playing some pretty big ones, you know. We're pretty good, you know. We're pretty good stuff here. And the only thing I could think of would be like a Sylvan Tutor or something, right? That is sorcery speed, but get rid of this combat trick here. Put in the Sylvan Tutor, and this will be the deck I post. This makes the Doors of Durin a little bit better. We can kind of manipulate our library there. Oh, and that Arena of Glory is just a pain in my butt. Just add a Fabled Passage, I suppose. Just shouting out the dojo guys. Weiss Rider, Severin 7. You know, I'm watching you guys. Just working hard. Keep it up, guys. You guys do this. Also known as, what would you say, J. Roxas? What's his? Noob Knights. Yes, that's what he goes by. Noob Knights. McFluffy? That's that guy too, right? No. Sure. Game is not really giving me any love with these cool lands that I'm running today, huh? What card do we want to tutor for? That's the question. What card do we want? You know? What do we want to find? What can I play? I mean, the treasures look pretty good. But I just put that on the top of my library. Yeah, I guess that's okay. Still have a land to play for next turn. They're gonna kill my lizard blades, those sons of a bitches. I would like my Goldspan Dragon to get kind of busy, you know. But yeah. Oh, they drew. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, opponent. Ooh. It's very appetizing. I'm just one off. Damn. That looked like it had like a red rim around it, like it was uncounterable or something. It was strange. I guess I do have like 6 mana available, don't I? For creatures. Ah, that Kinkerbloom is so annoying, guys. Let's try to attack. Just jump, I suppose. Okay. So much value for them, but I guess I just let it go. Huh. Luckily, they don't do too much on this turn. Maybe I can get a sword hit. Yeah, I might be able to get a sword hit in. No blocks. They went to face. That's kind of nuts. Oh, I see. Okay, that's cool. That's very cool. Xenagos. Is that like a fatal push or something? I mean, when you got it, you got it. Sheldritch Edict. Really like I should be like having a Sylvan tutor for like, you know, our Solemn Simulacrums and such in that spot. Solemn Simulacrum is a really good bridge card for us. So we'll probably have to put him in. Picnic Runer. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if MERIA was a 4/4, it would make sense. Three drop. Okay. Okay, game. Whew. Better. I mean, we can pretty much curve into colorless here. We have all the things we want. We have the double strikers here, and I mean, things are all right in the world if we can keep this up. So we go MERIA here. If we get a 2-drop, that'd be exceptional. Like a 2 colorless. Okay, we did not. What do we want to do with this mana? Put a target out for MERIA? No, we don't want to do that. Let's put it on this. Actually, we chill. We chill. Unfortunately, MERIA is about to get busted up right now. Kind of a funky one. I like Fable. They have absolutely nothing in the graveyard. Wait. I didn't want to do that. Alright. It is what it is. They didn't do anything that turn. Huh. What's the escape? 5. Wow. It's a big 6/6. Okay. Does that have haste? Okay. Wow. That's a really good card. Oh, it has 2 toughness? Fuck. I mean, this is what we came here to do, is get like the awesome value from all this, you know? Oh, yeah, that's pro red. That's pretty sweet. Oh, that has lifelink too? What the fuck? Wow. I mean, they can just keep that Haktos. Well, they can't because the pro protection. What an interesting game this is. I mean, it's a lot of value. I mean, I need to... It will not get through, right? It's very unfortunate. I don't know if we can erase this Haktos. I don't have a Shadow Spear or anything. The Balefire will do it, I think. One, two, three, four, five, 6. This is not quite there, huh, guys? I can just drop in a tally. You know? One, two, three, four, five, 6. Yeah. I need something with life gain. That's good games. Yeah, just like a really weird one. And we just get lethals off this attack. I can't block this, right? Yeah, I can't block it. It's just dead. Oof. Didn't really like this one, guys. The Quietus Spike. Didn't really like Simeon. I just know there's so much better choices I didn't put in. The medallions, for instance. Much better. All right, this is for sure the one I'm going to post. This is the one, guys. This is the real deal. Thank you, Echoes, for smashing me with Flage. Or Flodge. We go first with an interesting one. Ooh. We like the beat stick, but kind of a trap. We got to draw really good. We got to draw good. Not quite what I had in mind. But it is a ring. Might. We love the Goldspan Goblin Shaman connection. Oh, they exiled that. But opponent. Let's see. Yeah, Goldspan just makes sense with all the treasure production. What a card Goldspan is, guys. What a card. Blizzard Brawl? It's a card. I don't think it would do it here. They need one more snow covered. Wow. They killed my Goldspan. Son of a bee. Aww. I don't think they'll give up a land, right? It's pretty good. Fight rigging. Interesting deck, opponent. I think I played Flowers before. Yeah, I think I have. They're just in my way. So the thing about the beat stick is that it's not colorless, so we can't put it on our shaman. So this will enable the fight rigging, right? Yeah. Wow, that's very good. Very good, opponent. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that one. GG. Huh. Hey man, we'll take them. We'll take it how we get them. Sylvan Tutor, what a card! What a card, guys! I am a very I'm very impressed. So I hope you enjoyed that long video, and I'll see y'all soon. This will go into the list. I think it's fine. You know, we got things to hold the swords and the equipments, like, you know, Patchy and some of these cool other like cards that kind of are pretty good with, like, even for our cards like Trash for Treasure and this. And I think it's fine, right? Trash for Treasure, you know, like we're sacrificing treasures and getting stuff from our graveyard. We got some enablers here. Overall, I think it was fine, guys. I had a good time. I hope you did too. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.